Hey there, welcome back to my channel. This is Megan Elizabeth from ByMeganElizabeth.com, founder and creator of the SheMakes Club. Super excited to share a 2-page spread, 6x8 scrapbook layout today of something we just celebrated this last weekend. It was my husband Nate's last day at his job he's been at for more than 8 years, and his 40th birthday. So I have a couple pictures to celebrate the weekend, and These Are My People cut above layout kit is perfect for putting those 6x8 pages quickly together and creating lasting memories in your albums. So this is really cool because this 6x8 kit in particular comes with the 6x8 page protectors as well. So whenever you buy a kit package workshop from Close to My Heart, there's options to purchase it with the scrapbook page protectors or without. So really, really cool because then you're just being able to put them in your albums as you go and as you're creating. So today, I was going to utilize this. Now, I never follow their recipes exactly. However, Close to My Heart does a really phenomenal job at giving you exact step-by-step instructions of where to attach what stickers, what page the stickers go on, what they consider what layout, and really give you detailed information. I'm utilizing some of the inspiration from layout number 8, but I'm not doing it exactly like they laid it out. I like to do my own thing. So I mix and match all the different elements and things together. And today we're going to use the Cricut Joy to actually add some journaling because, you know, I love using my handwriting in my pages and in my layouts, but not always for my titles and some of the other things. So using the Cricut Joy is a great way to add journaling or other personal touches. This is the sticker sheet. And again, it shows you kind of like right on here, like this is for layout 3, this is for layout 8, you know, the stickers that are for what. I am happening to use some of the layout 8 stickers with this paper, but not all. So let's just dive in and start making. I have all these elements kind of pulled together. This, none of these go with layout 8 as they described, but I really like doing my own thing. So I want to just kind of start by showing you the base pages. They're really pretty. You can kind of turn and twist them however they want, but you can kind of see that they're almost like a page continuation from page 1 to page 2. And then these, this is supposed to go on the closing page. I'm using it as kind of like a photo matting in an extra little place. This is for layout 7, but I'm using it again the way I want to use it. And I'm actually going to use the Cricut Joy and I'm going to write on here. So what I need to do first is kind of lay out a general idea of how I want these photos to look and where I want them to go. And I'm going to do a little overlapping and crisscrossing. And I really had the thought that it'd be great to use this little area for my little kind of journal sentiment type thing, and then some handwritten journaling areas, and then using this area over here for a little bit extra embellishing. So this little border will be cute. Kind of want it to like stick out underneath here just a tiny bit, and just kind of play with piecing things together a little bit. No, I don't want that there. I'm thinking like that can go there. Maybe this can go here. Just kind of playing with the different parts. All right, so something kind of like this, but again, not quite finished yet. This is the reason why I'm laying it out first though, because I need to measure how big I want this area to be to use my Cricut Joy pens to write in the area. So now that I have a good idea of the layout, I'm just going to do, it's about 1.5 inches, but we're just gonna say 1.25 inches wide. And we have about 2 inches, 2.5 inches in length to work with. So we just wanna make sure that it's smaller than that area so that it'll fit as we go. So this is mine. This is actually the die cuts that I made for inside SheMakes Club for members. Every month there's a theme. It's kind of a journal and title headers and dividers for your scrapbooks. It's a lot of fun. That's kind of something that's there right now, but we're going to make something new. So we're going to start a new project and we're going to replace it. Okay, I'm going to start with the text. And this is kind of like I said to my one girlfriend, I was like, I sent her this picture and I was like, friends, fireplace, and a fine husband. So that's what I was going to actually put on here. Being silly. Let's see. What font do I want though? Let's search by handwriting style and my fonts. This PS is cute. Let's try this. So what I want to do is kind of smush this together a little bit, make the letters kind of touch. And I also want to make sure I change it to handwriting pen style. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm on my Cricut Joy. So I'm going to click up here and I'm on machine selection of the Joy, which is just what I want it to be. Then I'm going to come down to my actions. And I'm going, you know what, before I do actions, let's change this to edit and then do line type. We're going to click on that and we're going to change the line type from a cut to draw. And we're going to use the Cricut Joy 0.4 fine point black pen. So 0.4 fine point black pen, and we're going to apply that. So you can see how it will draw this out for me. Now what I want to do is smush these letters together using the letter spacing. I'm just going to reduce that down. It should just slightly overlap these letters by smushing together fine. This is a pretty decent font to really bring it together. And I'm going to do a weld on it also, but I want to reduce the line space also. So we're just going to shrink in the line space, and that's going to bring all of this closer together. Perfect. All right, now that that's all selected, now I'm going to go to actions and I'm going to hit weld, and that'll make it a cleaner cut path or draw path for each one of these. Now I just want to make sure that it's the size that I want it to be. So I need it to be all the way up in the corner, and we already sort of said it needs to be 2.5 inches by 1.5, and right now it's at 6 inches. So we're going to start by going down to 2 inches. And actually we'll leave it locked in proportion here so we can kind of zoom in and really see it up here for what it is. And that actually should really work very well. I don't think I need to do too much more to that, but if I wanted to, I could come back over and like change the proportions, and I could smush and expand and stretch if I needed to or wanted to in any way. But we'll just kind of leave that be. All right. So now I'm going to go to make it, and we're going to do it with a mat. We're going to do it on a mat. So we can really see again where that falls on the mat. And we're just going to grab the journaling paper, grab our Cricut Joy mat. This is the light grip. And I'm just going to make sure that it's all the way in the corner, lined up as best as I can, so that it really draws exactly where I want it to on my page. So I'm actually moving it down a tiny smidgen to that 1 inch line, and I'm lining it up really where I want it to be envisioned on this piece of paper. So now that I have that ready, I'm going to pull in the Joy. I'm going to remove the blade and pop in the Cricut Joy pen. And the Cricut Joy pens are specific to the Cricut Joy. So you really do want to stick with those. Click continue, and it'll find my Joy in a second, I am sure. All right, we're going to select our paper. We have our materials and our pen in, and we're going to load it. It's going to check to make sure that everything's aligned. And then we're able to hit go on the iPad. Now that it's done, we can unload. And I always like to put the cap back on my Joy pens immediately because I don't want them to dry out, and I just replace everything so nothing gets lost because I misplace things all the time. All right. So now you can see I already have my journaling done, or at least some type of prettier type drawn title custom on my layout. And you can do this on any size layout from, 12 by 12s, your 6 by 8s, any size that you want to do. You can throw in an extra sheet of paper that has your journaling done on it, just drawing it out with the Joy or printing it out on your home printer, whatever works for you. All right, I did print out these 3 photos ahead of time on my Canon printer that I have here, but I do want to round the corners, and I'm just going to do a 1/4 inch round with the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. When I do different sizes like this, sometimes I feel like it gives a more finished look to the photos, and just kind of brings to life that they are different sizes. Gives a more complete look and a nice bit of dimension and interest to your layouts. All right, now let's start with this page. I'm gonna use ATG for most of the adhesive. I might use a little bit of Tombow Mono multi-glue because that does set up really well for the acrylic letters, and I don't know for sure that I'm using them, but if I do, it'll make it much easier. And we're gonna do this photo first. I love how like the color in the whirlpool like almost exactly matches the color in this layout, and the color in the walls are the same color. Like that wasn't even planned. Obviously we didn't pick a room based on a scrapbook page, but it's nice when you can pick scrapbook pages to match the colors in your photos. All right, some of the elements on here I really liked also, thinking that I can bring in some of these border strips. Just, again, a little bit more definition, a little bit more separation. So I'm just going to pull it up and stick it under the photos or overlapping some of the design elements on both pages to kind of just bring it together. This one's gonna go on this scallop edge strip. I feel like it just looks really harsh, so I'd rather have just a little bit more of a breakup, and it's the full length, so I'd rather just have that kind of complete it over here. Again, break up the color, draw interest to the color, but still really see that color come through on both sides. Okay, and then we're going to let's take this guy. Again, the colors are just too perfect. Let's see how we can place it up and under here. Yep, perfect. Okay, so that really lines up well. And then this was actually part of this original layout inspiration or design that Close to My Heart made. I am going to put in that this is the date, and I'm using the pewter Close to My Heart journaling pen. I really like that soft gray color. It's just, it, sees it, you can draw your eye to it, but it's not as stark as the black that you really would want to stand out for other elements. So that works out well. And then we're going to play with some of these other elements. Again, I want that blue to really be seen because it ties in well. I'm going to grab the mint colored glittery brush, shimmer brush, and I'm going to color in the leaves. It just ties in again, that beautiful color, and adds a little bit of shimmer and more depth and dimension. So we're doing it on the leaves. I'm gonna actually do it up here on this camera too. No rules with adding shimmer, just go for it. And then these little acrylic letters are actually from the collection of Love This acrylic tiles, the 3852. I have several bags of these and I mixed them all together, put them all into one bag, and I just pulled out these different elements to spell the word love. And I'm going to use the Tombow Mono multi-glue on this. Instead of using that flower or anything there, I'm going to just kind of scrunch this together. And the Mono multi-glue works really well for acrylic pieces. So we're gonna go backwards, starting with the E, and smush as we need. I love bringing together different sizes into scrapbook layouts. You don't have to have the font all be the exact same size or the exact same shape. You can mix and match and it really bring a fun pop into your projects. And that'll dry clear. I'm gonna grab some silver glitter gems for this page. Can never go wrong with a few elements of glitter. Too low. That works. Now see, I still am going to end up using my handwriting, but that's okay because this is going to be with the pewter, so it's not as like drawing your eye to it. So that page is pretty much complete. Now I'm just going to put this side together. Same type of concept. I really love the you and me, so I might just use that instead of the floral altogether. This is the pieces that kind of are designed to go together. Let's play with it. We're gonna add mint into this heart also. So I'm just kind of stroking it on. I'm not coloring in the whole thing. You can kind of get a little bit more into the brush by squeezing a little bit. Just be careful because it will come out quick. And I don't want it to be completely colored in. I just want to add that like brush stroke effect like you see here. Those fine lines looks good to have a little bit of shimmer. And we'll add the star. And the heart. Just tiny little extra pieces that give it a nice touch. And that's it for our 2-page spread of a layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to invite you to come along for This Is 21 She Makes Club Journey. We had This Is Blessed in January. We have This Is Mine for February, and I can't wait to start creating in March as well. We have a live creative workshop every month. Would love to have you be a part of it, get in on the exclusive group and all the custom-made SVGs and all the just fun stuff that we do and make together to tell our stories in a meaningful and fun way to leave a lasting legacy and process our lives. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.